Good afternoon, everyone. I think I know most of you in this room here, but I am honored, excited, and a little nervous, if we're all being honest with each other, to present today. So we're going to talk about tips to build, sell, and grow a team. Okay, my name is Cindy Turk, like Aaron said, which was so awesome to have Aaron to introduce me, to be honest, just because we work together so often. We have been in business for 5 years. If you got a cupcake at check-in today, that was our business birthday. We're 5 years old in April, and we made the genius idea to try to deliver cupcakes to venues on Mondays when we're all in the service industry, and a lot of us don't work on Mondays. So thanks to Untitled Sweets for the cupcakes. I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts, as Aaron said, and I moved here 5 years ago, a little bit over 5 years ago, and I never wanted a team. To be fully transparent, I never imagined in a million years that I'd be standing here talking to you guys, so it's like, it's just crazy. My background is in corporate real estate events, so when I moved here, I got set up on a blind date. I think I'm the one and only blind date success story, but when I moved here, I wasn't hired. I couldn't get hired. I applied to hotels. I applied to different corporations. I wanted to plan events, but nobody would hire me. So I started this event company or planning company out of spite, to be honest. And then 5 years later, here we are with a team of 12, and I am beyond blessed. Last year, my birthday's in August, so last year I saw this, I was scrolling through Facebook, and I saw a sponsored ad for a business budget workshop. Do you know your numbers? How well are you performing in business? And I said, I think for my birthday, I'm gonna buy myself a budget workshop, because why wouldn't that make sense for your birthday? So that's what I did. I signed on to the class. It was a 3-hour class. And there, the instructor kind of talked us through setting your goals. Our goal as a business in 2021, last year, was to book 100 weddings. No revenue goal, no more time with our families, no nothing at all. It was to book 100 weddings because I thought it would be cool to say I booked 100 weddings. So that has since changed my mindset, taking that business budget workshop and learning how to manage my numbers and manage a team. You're the first people that I've ever said this publicly to, but COVID for sure, hands down, changed our business for the better, because I was a team of one person 2 years ago. It was just me. And I had an assistant, and before that, I used to go to weddings solo. I didn't even have an assistant. And then when COVID happened, we postponed 14 weddings from March of 2020 to May of 2020, and I was only one person. And October 17th was the first day that we had 3 weddings, and I could only be at one of them. And I didn't have the money to refund these clients that wanted to postpone their wedding, so I said what any business owner did. I was like, okay, we're gonna figure it out. And then that's how our team got started. So from this entire time point, if anyone wants to shadow or work with us, we allow them to shadow and work with us. A lot of you people in this room have given a lot of referrals. We've gotten a lot of our team from people like you. So today we're gonna go ahead and dive in to the 4 tips, actually, on building a team. So I don't know if any of you have ever been to a presentation before where you love the presenter, and I hope you follow it today, but you go home and you think to yourself, oh my God, Google Analytics, do I even have a login of that? How on earth am I gonna set it up? You learn about something, but you get home and you think to yourself, how on earth am I supposed to implement this? I'm not sure where to start. I don't want you to feel that way leaving this presentation today. I want you to walk out of this room, go home, open up your laptop, and be able to implement these 4 simple changes. You don't have to start right now today, but I want you to start this week. So we're going to talk about adding a team to a website, changing I to we, what you can start to offload, and creating an SOP. So add team to the website. A lot of my team members are here today. Shout out to y'all, I love you. Meet the team. So a lot of us right now, I'm just curious, does anyone have a team already? Yeah. Next year at this time, I want it to be every hand, okay? So changing your website is such a small step. Instead of going from meet the owner or meet the founder, change it to meet the team. All of us has someone that helps us set up weddings. helps us respond to inquiries. There's someone, your daughter. Does your daughter help you? Does your son help you? Samantha from Heavenly Tailored Suites, we just did a CEO group last week. Her daughter is like the creative director of marketing. She's 4 years old. She's listed on the website as the creative director of marketing, but it creates a personal level and it's an easy transition to make. So even if you do not have a team yet, which is fine, I know a lot of us don't, a setup crew for a DJ company, a venue manager, the person that cleans your venue, the person that cuts up your cheese for your charcuterie board, anybody that helps in your business is someone you can take and add to the website. It's super, super easy. And couples and potential clients coming to your website have zero idea if that person on your website works for you for 1 day a week, 1 day a month, or 1 day a year. They have no idea. But cohesively, when they're coming to your website, it looks like you have a team. This is ours right here. So we've actually tried something new this year, and I can be the guinea pig and let you guys know. Instead of being a lead planner or an associate planner or a social marketing intern, we've started adding other titles to our website. So we actually took a team branding shoot this year at the LaCour venue, and we invited our families, our spouses, our boyfriends, our girlfriends, our significant others, all of those people. So our website, when you go to our website, Annika, for example, is a lead planner. She's a girlfriend, and she's a dog mom to Carly. I want our clients to know that they are a priority in our lives. They are not our top priority. I would never say that to anybody publicly, okay? Well, I'm recording this. But just in general, I want them to know that they can come. We're a resource for them. We are a resource for them. And it's a super easy transition. So a photo, a title, a blurb about them. Everyone on our team writes their own blurb. So they get an email template that says, hey, tell me why you like weddings. What's your favorite part of the wedding day? They know that by shadowing at one wedding. It can change and it can alter, but adding a picture and a nice title, a cute little blurb about whoever is helping you is the step number one, okay? Step number two, change I to we. So we have your data available. We are available. We can't wait to talk to you on the phone. Making that small change, I can't even tell you the amount of people that have reached out to us on our website and said, oh my God, you guys are so nice. And I'm like, you haven't even met us yet. Like, you don't even know how nice we are. Wait till you talk to us on the phone, then you're gonna really, really love us. But just creating a team atmosphere, and instead of using I and we. So I have two sample examples. Good morning, Amy. Congrats on your upcoming wedding. I do have your date available, and I would love to connect with you. Is there a time this week I can call you? That is perfectly fine. For anyone sending this email, there is nothing wrong with that. Amy is gonna be thrilled to hear from you, okay? Option number two is, good morning, Amy. Congrats on your upcoming wedding. Our team does have your date available, and we would love to connect with you. We have attached our pricing and information. We love being a resource for our couples. Is there a time this week we can set up a phone call to go over your day in greater detail? We cannot wait to call you. And then we include a booking link, nice and easy. So Amy has no idea if the person that she's talking to on the phone is me or Annie or Annika, and she also has no idea who's gonna execute her wedding day. We're just trying to sell them at that inquiry stage. All they want is their questions answered. And circling back to the website, having people on the website allows a cohesive atmosphere. So they're gonna know there's more than one person on your team. By working hard 8 hours a day, you may get to become a boss and work 12 hours a day. Did anyone leave their job, right? If you worked a 9 to 5 or you worked another job and you used to have to clock in and clock out, and you got to leave at 5 o'clock and go home and have a glass of wine and just like enjoy your life. And then you open your own business or become a solopreneur and then you work 15 hours a day. Can anybody relate? Hey. Yes, that was me to the T, 100% to the T. There is so many things, and I say this all the time, but I feel like as business owners, we are in charge of everything. You know the TikTok where you point and it tells you all the tasks that you do? Yeah, we're HR, we're the administrators, we're the payroll people, we're the people that post to social media, we're the complaint department. We wear a million hats. And how are we supposed to focus as entrepreneurs and owners and founders of our business? How are we supposed to focus on growth when we're like inundated in like the timelines and all of the inquiry emails? Not that those things aren't important, they are important. But how are we supposed to find the time for anything else? So on everyone's table, there's a piece of paper, or there should be. If you didn't, I'll get food on it. No worries, there's extras if so. And for the next 2 minutes, I want everyone to just make a list of all the things that you do in your business on a daily basis. So yesterday was Monday, today's Tuesday. Does anyone need a pen? Oh, pen, yep. Annie will go around with some pens. Anything you do. Mine was not fancy, okay? So I made mine, when I made my list, I made it in the notes section. So this is responding to inquiries, posting to social media, shopping for cheese for this weekend's charcuterie table. Anything you do in your business, go ahead and jot it down. Okay. Everyone good. Keep writing. If you're I'm gonna move along, but keep writing your list. Mine grew and grew and grew. So the next slide right here, mine is on the left. This was just the first things that came to my mind. I don't remember what day of week that I did this, but I was like, this is what I do. Bam, 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 bam. This is what I've done, but probably before 10 a.m. I'm a morning person, so I get a lot done in the morning, but we'll talk about prioritizing in just a second here. Update the team calendar, research meeting ideas, write a blog post, schedule to Instagram, schedule to Pinterest, go to a chamber ribbon cutting, meet a client at a rental item, update the timeline. All of these things are things that I'm in charge of, and the business isn't gonna move forward if they don't get done. So what can I offload? What can I offload? What can I give to someone else to give myself 3 hours back into the wedding day? So I want you to take your list that you just made and circle 3 items that you could offload. It doesn't have to be today, it doesn't have to be right now, but you could train someone or give them the appropriate tips and tricks to take that off of your plate. And that would then give you 3 hours back in your work week to work on CEO-specific tasks. So one of the things that was very different for me this year is I have a business coach. The lady who actually read my birthday was an expensive year, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. But every single Monday, we do what's called a CEO sprint. And I know we've done it recently with a couple of professionals in this room. So every single Monday from 10 to 1, I don't open my email, I don't respond to client inquiries, I'm working on like SEO-focused things that are gonna level up my business. And you guys are gonna learn how to do that too. Okay, so everyone circled their things. These were mine that I circled, okay? So Annie, who was just walking around with the pens here, is our, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get emotional. Woo! Is our director of operations, right? So this was not this was a long time coming, okay? I was overwhelmed, but I couldn't keep going at the rate that I'm going. So if you're feeling right now like your business is successful, you're booking weddings and everything's events, if you do events, everything's going great, but you need a little help, you do not have to have a full-time person. You can have a part-time person. You can hire a virtual assistant. I listen to a lot of podcasts. There is a ton of networking, Facebook pages and groups. So if you need someone, definitely feel free to connect with me. You can offload, even if it's just 3 hours, 5 hours a week. Start small and build your way up. It is addicting. It is addicting. I'm a professional delegator now. I really am. I'm a professional delegator. Okay, the last one we're going to talk about is creating SOPs. So, an SOP is a procedure specific to your operation that describes the activities necessary to complete tasks in accordance with industry regulations. Whew. Or it's a set of standards about running your business. An SOP is something that tells your team, your staff, people that aren't in the industry, maybe they are in the industry, anybody can pick it up, read it, it's gonna have an action item, it's gonna tell them what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and have a notes section. So everything that you do in your business, everything from cleaning the venue to setting up a DJ equipment to running a meeting, for us specifically, we'll go over one about consult calls, but these are tips, 5 tips that you can start today. Ours is not professional. It is in a Google Sheet, okay? It is in a Google Sheet and it is working fine for us. It does not have to be fancy, but what I need outlined for our team is in there, and it's changing and it's being flexible. So step 1 is start with the wedding and event day and move backwards. So we know that when you hire someone or you bring on a team member or a virtual assistant and you want to get them from A to B, you already know that the wedding day or the event day is B. You already know that. So work backwards from there. What reminders have to be sent out a month prior, a week prior? What do they need to bring on the wedding day? What do you need to bring? What do you need to pack in your camera bag? What do you need to wear? What type of shoes? All of these things, these are all things that can be detailed. And you guys are all crafts in your business. We're all crafts in our industry. We've been doing this for years. So for me to have 5 years of planning experience and be like, good luck, Annie. Hello, she's new to the industry. She needs a specific set of guidelines so she knows what to do. Imagine you're writing it from someone outside the industry. Miranda is not here today, but she was at our CEO sprint, and she is hiring an associate photographer or an administrator of some sort, and she was writing an SOP at our last CEO day. And she was asking what tips or words can she use to put in her SOP. First look, how many of you get asked what a first look is? What a charger plate is? Things that are outside of our industry. We need to be notifying and giving people definitions so that there's no confusion. Be specific and include examples. You'll see that on the next slide. Get feedback and be flexible and change often. I feel like our SOP is constantly changing. We're always adding things. Just this past weekend, we're working on another one today, because just this past weekend, we had someone shadow us for the first time. They arrive an hour before ceremony. We had set up a Zoom call. She came highly recommended. I loved her from the Zoom call. Absolutely loved her. Shows up to the wedding at 3 o'clock. Big City Farms is there. The mariachi band is there. I need to go, my alarm's going off to light the candles. And she's like, hey, I'm here. I'm like, go wait in the kitchen. That's not a very good, first impression. I was like, I am mortified. This poor woman is, waiting in the kitchen for further instructions. But there was just so much going on, and she didn't have guidance about, hey, when you arrive, this is what you can start doing. Maybe look and see, there were still forks that needed to be put out. Small little things. They're new to the industry, but for me as a company, I just felt like, oh my gosh, this is not how I want to represent ourselves. So we never had an SOP for a shadowing day of assist, but that's something that we're creating now. So we're flexible, we're changing it, and we're updating it all the time. Okay, so here's an example for scheduling a consult call. We're very big on consult calls, okay? Booking link, we use HoneyBook. So you can, the link gets sent out, it's added to our website, it's super easy. And I don't know how many of you go back and forth. I can meet at 10 a.m. tomorrow. No, I can meet at 2 p.m. No, how about this? Back and forth, back and forth. Imagine the hours you could save. Forget about the virtual assistant, just get a scheduling link and you've already got yourself 3 hours. You're welcome. Okay, so this is just a sample. The action, who handles, and notes taken. So I'm just gonna go to right here. Set an alarm on phone for 15 minutes. So whether it's me doing the consult call, or Annie, or Annika, or Blakely, or Becca, or anybody from our team, that is the first impression besides our website that they have from our company. And I don't want us calling late. I don't want us missing the call. So that is an operating, we call it a best practices guideline. Your best practices when you schedule a consult call on behalf of our company is to set yourself a reminder. Mistakes happen. We're flexible. We're changing things, right? It's totally fine. But as you're growing a team and people are representing your business, and I don't know how it works for everyone else, but Andy's now taking the consult calls. But previously, I'm selling the business like I would be there on the wedding day. So I need the planner, or whoever's going to be taking my spot, to execute that wedding like I would. Maybe not the exact same way. We're all going to have our own ways of drafting emails and talking to the client, but the finish line is the same. It's exactly the same. This one right here is for a kickoff meeting. We have one for kickoff meetings, final details meetings. Well, we got a whole Google Drive full, and we're always adding more. When we get questions, that's when you know you have something more. So this one specifically, arrive to the office, unlock, 5 minutes. This is a funny one. Client arrives, 5 minutes to chat, then dive in. Listen, they're on their own time. They're the planner. They're the ones in charge. But I don't want them spending 25 minutes hearing this entire couple's story and then diving into the meeting. Spend 5 minutes to chit chat. That's how I would prefer it. You can choose what you want, but that is our operating practices. A little small chit chat, then okay, perfect. Let's start at the beginning of the timeline, shall we, and roll our way through. Detailed notes. This is just another sample. So again, this is not an organized, yes, it's organized, but it's not fancy. This is made in a Google Sheet. So we list out the action of what's happening, who's in charge, and any notes that need to be taken. And the team can weigh in here if they, or talk to them after. It's hard. It is hard letting go of control of your business, something that you put your blood, sweat, and tears in over the past 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, however much, but you cannot do it yourself. So give them the appropriate guidelines. Tell them what to do. Walk through. For our team specifically, we require everyone to shadow, and then their first wedding, they lead with another planner. So there's someone right next to them on the team that's been doing this, that can answer their questions and offer feedback. Another thing is setting expectations. Setting expectations and offering feedback. Mistakes will happen, and it's okay, but we just have to learn and grow from them. You cannot grow more hours in the day. However, you can make better use of those hours. Everyone in this room has 24 hours in the day. None of us get any more. So do with it what's going to most level up and benefit your business. There are so many people, one of the greatest things about, two things about owning a team. First is when you get a 5-star review for a wedding that you didn't even attend. I used to pride myself, I don't know if any of you remember me when I first started, but I was like, no way, I'm never automating everything. I want to know every couple by name. I want to have their data. I had a little library in my head of all the people. I don't even know how many Caitlins we have right now. Caitlin what? Caitlin who on what date? I have no idea, but someone else is taking care of them, and I can look it up. But when a client emails you about one of your staff or one of your assistants or someone that does a really, really good job, it's just awesome. It's the most awesome feeling. And you get to watch these, I want to say ladies, but maybe it might be a male. You get to watch these staff members that are learning from you, and you're mentoring them, and they're watching you grow and learning from you and becoming their own person. We have team goals at our business. So every morning when I wake up, I go to my desk. Well, I work out first, but then I go to my desk. And there's a picture of a sunset, and everyone has their own Post-it note type of thing. It has everyone's names, right? So Annika, for example, wants to book 15 weddings this year. Annie wants to book 20 weddings. Becca wants to get involved in theater. Blakely wants to be a mom. Everybody's goals, I have them in my head. I look at them every single day. So when I'm sitting there doing my CEO time every single Monday, I know I'm going to fight like hell to make sure we get enough weddings and inquiries to hit everyone's team goal. I want to make sure that we have good boundaries on our team so that Becca can go do her theater, whatever she wants to do. All of these different things. Whew, emotional. So it's awesome. It's so awesome. And you guys can have it too. It's small, simple stuff. It's a lot. It's a mindset shift for sure. Letting go of control and giving someone else power to something that you've worked so hard on. But imagine the things and the time that you could get back and the business that you could build if you had someone else working with you. It's not a partnership. It's not a solopreneurship. It's a partnership. It's definitely a partnership. This is the book that I'm reading right now. It says, prioritize your problems and take care of them one at a time. The highest priority first. Don't try to do everything at once or you won't be successful. I am so grateful. And the book, they talk about that in the book. How everything comes back on the leader. If something goes wrong on the team, it's the leader's fault. So like, I don't make excuses. We've made a lot of mistakes, 100%. I hope no one in this room knows because I keep them on the DL. But we've made a lot of mistakes. It's totally fine. We're learning and we're growing and we're not gonna make them again because we're gonna have an SOP. We're going to change our best practices guidelines. We're going to add team to the website. All of these small steps, to recap, that you can do, these do not take a lot of time. The SOP, yes, it is a process that you'll have to start and work on over time, but we add to ours all the time. Something happens at an event, the shoes someone wears, the cell phone policy, the social media, all of these small things, you can break it up into different tasks. Start with the wedding or event day and move backwards. What happens? We have email templates for a week out, 14 days. They get reminded at 6 months to have a date night. 90 days, they get a marriage license. It's different for planners, but DJs could do the same thing. Venues could do the same thing. When do they have to purchase insurance? What emails have to go out? If you help and create that and offboard it to someone else, you could free up so much more time in your day and your week. So I'm going to end with a quote, and then everyone's going to get, if you take out your phones, you'll be able, if you want a copy of the slideshow, you'll be able to get it. But imagine where you would be next year if you start now. So I cannot tell you how grateful I am for the past year of our business, and I don't even know the goals of where I imagine CM Promotions to go. I genuinely don't. But I want to have the visionary and the time to do that. So when I tell our team and we onboard someone new and I say, hey, listen, I'm stepping back from weddings, that does not mean I'm gonna like go fly to the Bahamas and drink Mai Tais. Eventually, yes. Team vacation is on my board. That is on my goal, so stick around, ladies. But just in general, I want to be able to focus on other tasks. I want to be able to know like what happens with CM Promotions. Where are we going to take next? I want to bring on more people. I want to shape more ladies' lives. We are in the event and wedding industry. How exciting is it that every weekend we get to work with people celebrating like the first chapter of their life, people that love like weddings. Still to this day, I tell all my couples, I'm gonna cry, don't you worry, don't worry, I'm totally fine, I'm an emotional person, but it's just so exciting, and you get to share that with someone else, and that same person can help you grow your business as well. So take action, start now, and yeah, so I will go ahead. If you scan this, you'll get a copy of the presentation. And if anyone needs an accountability partner or someone to check in with them or needs additional assistance, you let me know. I am your girl. I am leveling up this year, and I invite you to join me. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Everybody, one more time. Thank you. Great. All right, thank you,
You're welcome.